Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Martha, and for today's video, we are going to be putting together a gallery wall right behind me, as you can kind of tell. I am super excited. I've been wanting to do this for the longest. A couple weeks ago, we had a housewarming party. That's how I got the little frames that I'm going to be putting up. And right before my housewarming party, I did a little house tour. So if you guys would like to see that, give this video a thumbs up. So with no further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that you will need are picture frames. And today, the ones that I will be using are these white frames. I got these off of Amazon. They are a size 12 by 12 and pictures in the size 8 by 8. I will link them down below for you guys to purchase if you end up liking them. Also, you will need nails if you want to do nails, or command strips, which is what I will be using. We just got a new house and we don't want to have holes in the walls, so that's why I'm using these command strips right here. I got 4 packets of them. And they hold up to 16 pounds. And in the packet, it has 6 of them. So there's 6 strips. I got these in Walmart, but you can probably get them in Home Depot, Lowe's, or even Amazon. You will also need a measuring tape, just so that you can measure how wide like your wall is and all that good stuff. As you can tell, mine is ready to be used. The next thing is some painter's tape. I'm using this, as you can tell, on the wall just to mark where each frame is gonna go, so that it's like perfect, since I'm the only one here to hold them. And I'm also going to be using it to mark one frame, as you can tell right there. And another thing you will need is something to write with. I'm using a Sharpie, but a pen or a pencil will work. One last thing, a cloth, so that you can wipe down your picture frames whenever you insert the pictures inside, because I know sometimes there's like little dusty things in there. I'd rather just clean them because I don't want anything to mess up my pictures. Once you have all of your materials, you will set them aside and begin to take the back of your frames apart so that you can insert your pictures inside. As you can tell in this part of the video, I will be using the cloth to wipe down the picture frames from the inside. Due to the packaging that the pictures were in, I found a little bit of paper trims inside of the frames, and that is why I was using this cloth to clean it. I also did not want to leave any of my fingerprints on the glass. Once you're done wiping down the frame, you are ready to insert your 8 by 8 picture. I will also be using the picture that originally came with the frames, just so that it can help hold the picture together. And now that your picture's inside, you're ready to close the frame. So once you're done putting all of your pictures in your picture frames, you will grab your measuring tape and you will measure the wall that you will be using. For example, I'm using this wall right here, so I measured where it starts, which is right here, to where it ends, which is right here. I measured it, it was 64 inches apart, and with that, you're gonna figure out what the center of that is. And that's just gonna help you just kind of center your frames. Like I said before, be aware you might pick a wall that has a light switch like mine does right here, and also take that into consideration. It's gonna be in the way of how your frames are on the wall. I didn't want my pictures like on top, like right here, just because that was just gonna look weird. So inches away from the switch. Gave me enough room for my picture frames to end, and I still have the same amount of space left between where it starts and everything for both sides. As you can tell, that's where one frame will go. And I'm not using the whole wall. I will just be using from like here up, just because I also am doing a bar cart right below the pictures. So I want to have enough room for that. That's why I used my Sharpie. Sorry if you hear those little paws on our floors, but that's my dog, Ryder. He's right here. So once you have your squares to represent your frames, you put another piece of tape on the top just so that you can measure how far apart your other frame will be. That's what that one's there for. So now I'm gonna take those squares off and start hanging up the frames. Next, you will grab your packet of command strips and open it. You will then rip 2 of them apart. You will clip them together, and once they are clipped together, you will stick them on whichever side you prefer. I will be using the side of each frame. So now you're going to grab your picture frame and you're just going to align it on the wall right before you take the sticky part off, just to figure out if that's where you want it to be. Yes, it is. It aligns with the tape that we put there before. And then you want to get your leveler, that I forgot to mention that you needed, to make sure that it's leveled. So let me go get that because I forgot. So now that I have a leveler, I'm going to put it on top of the frame to make sure that it's, leveled. And we are going... Wow, this thing says that it's not leveled, but it's leveled. Interesting. I'm just going to hold that and just bring it with you to the wall. Make sure that you align your frame with the pieces of tape that we put on the wall, and use the leveler to make sure that it's leveled. Once you place the frame where you want it to be, then you will then begin to tear off the sticker part of the command strips that's on the back of the frame. While doing this, make sure that you are holding on to the frame with your other hand so that you don't lose your placement. And you will grab your leveler and check to see if it's still leveled, and if it is, then press the frame against a wall so that it can stick. And now we have officially hung up our first wall frame. So now that we have one up, we're going to put the rest of them on this wall. ended up using long pieces and putting it where the frame ends right here in order for me to have the same gap in between all of them. So I did that here, and I did this other one over here, and it aligned exactly to where I wanted the frames to be. I also used a piece of tape right in the middle so that we can have the same amount of spacing. But as you can tell, this one isn't a wedding picture because for some reason I ordered 8 pictures. I got 8 pictures printed instead of 9. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the third picture up here. Are all up, and I think I mentioned it earlier that I forgot to print out one picture. So story time. I completely forgot to print out 9 pictures. For some reason I printed out 8. Don't know why. But so yeah, I was missing one picture for one frame, and I didn't want to put it up because then once I used the command strips, it was gonna be, you know, kind of harder for me to take it off and all that. So I was just gonna order it. So I ordered it online, and I was gonna go pick it up at my local Walmart, and I drove there, and when I got there, they were like,
oh yeah, I'm sorry, our picture printing thing is down and we don't have your pictures.
So I started freaking out, and I was like,
no, like, this is where my picture is. This is the Walmart I sent it to.
I was just so frustrated, but I finally figured it out and realized that I had to send it to the Walmart on the other side of town. My husband went and picked it up since he was coming from that side of town. He came to the rescue. Finally got it up, and now we can finally see the final you guys enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful. I am also thinking of doing a video for the bar cart that I'm going to be decorating. If you would like to see a video on how I decorate my bar cart, comment down below some things that you would like to see on the bar cart. And thank you so much for all the support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below to see more videos, and I will see you guys next time.